All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are back in here. Business credit building. My name is Noel A. Booker, and today, this webinar here is business credit training for business owners and entrepreneurs. During this 90-minute training, you'll discover how to build credit that's linked to your EIN and not your social, that requires no personal guarantee or credit check, and how to get business loans and credit lines even if you have personal credit issues, no collateral, or just starting your business. Okay? This is how we get down. Yeah. Ha! Crystal's in here. Miss Kelly is in here, no doubt. Okay. We're gonna go to the share so y'all can see the screen, because the screen is gonna get busy. All right, this is the real deal right here. This is the real deal. No fronting. All right, now you should be able to see my screen. Nice and big on there. Okay. Let me get this set up right. Okay, everybody. I also call this one how to get $250,000 in business credit. All right, because that's how I'm also going to show you how to do that. All right. But ladies and gentlemen, my name is Noel A. Booker Sr. The purpose of this webinar is to teach you how to build business credit. We're going to show you the steps, right? We're going to show you the steps. But I'm also going to let you know that along the way of doing this, there's bumps and bruises along the way. The tasks that you do to build your business credit are easy tasks, stuff that you do on a regular basis for your own home, right? So it's basically simple stuff, but you got to know the steps, right? Because building business credit is a step-by-step process. Each step is needed for the next step, so you can't skip the steps. Okay. So I also like to let people know about the 3 C's, which I just told everybody about the 3 C's in the last webinar we just did. But the 3 C's of business funding is credit, collateral, and cash flow. If you have all of these three, credit, collateral, cash flow, if you have all three of these, you can possibly qualify for a SBA loan. And the SBA loan is the best place to get money for your business. Okay. Now, if you got two of these 3 C's, then you could possibly qualify for a term loan. If you got one of these 3 C's, depending on which of the one that you have, then there's money available for you. We could get money for you. If you have none of these 3 C's, then don't even fret, because we can start with business credit and get access to money. And it's all about strategy. It's all about strategy, right? Okay, here we go. Remember, you can get a free guide on how to build business credit by going to businesscreditbuilder.us/free guide. Get that free guide, right? Make sure y'all get that free guide, all right? You schedule a free business credit consultation by going to businesscreditbuilder.us/consult. And if you think you qualify for funding after this webinar, then you go to businesscreditbuilder.us/get funding. All right. All right. Um, here's a little background on me, right? I'm from New York. I went to Morehouse, studied accounting. I had some corporate accounting jobs, right? But I'm more entrepreneurial. So I started my own company called MediaNet USA. And at MediaNet USA, we do accounting and bookkeeping services. We also do websites, right? So we have a hosting company that we're doing websites. And now I speak about business credit and getting money for your business, right? Okay, what we will cover today: how you can get business credit within 7 days or less that's linked to your EIN, not your social, even if you are a startup or have bad personal credit now. Then immediately start using it to get the credit you want and need, even from major sources like Target, Walmart, Staples, Lowe's, Visa, MasterCard, and more. And how you can access loans, even as a startup, have credit challenges, or lack collateral. All right? Here's how we do it. Even if you're starting from scratch, this is how you do it, right? And make sure you set up your business right from the beginning. All right. Now, most people fail trying to get money and grow their business. Most people try to get money from their bank when they need money. Most don't know that EIN credit can be built regardless of personal credit quality. Many apply for credit in the wrong order. All right. That's crucial. And many entrepreneurs don't know that money is available based on business strengths. And that's the 3 C's I already talked to you about, right? This seminar is for you if you are looking for money to start and grow your business, or you want to build credit that's not linked to your social security. All right. Well, let's start out with the simple stuff. What is business credit? Business credit is credit that is obtained in a business name. With business credit, the business builds its own credit profile and credit score for its EIN number. This credit is in the business name and based on the business's ability to pay, not the business owner's ability to pay. The business can qualify for revolving store credit cards like Staples, Lowe's, Sam's Club, Costco, and more. Okay, why business credit is awesome. Check it. Business credit has no effect on your personal credit. No personal guarantee is needed in order to build business credit. Build, Building business credit is fast compared to personal credit, because personal credit, there's 5 factors that affect your personal credit. With business credit, there's only one factor, and that's how you pay your bill. With business credit, you can offset current expenses, increase approval amounts with better rates and terms when you have business credit, and no collateral, cash flow, or good credit is needed to build business credit. All right? And once you got business credit, you can get access to loans and credit lines. All right? Every successful business in America has business credit. All right? That's just how business is done. All right? Let me show you something. Take a look at this. This is what anybody could see for free. All right? This type of information right here. You would just go to the Experian website and you can get information like this. This is about Facebook. Facebook Incorporated there in Menlo Park, California. Now, the piece that I want to bring to your attention is the trade lines. You see that? They got 40 trade lines, right? So let me go over what a trade line is real quick. I know a lot of y'all already know what a trade line is, but let's make sure that we all are on the same page before we go forward. Because see, the trade line is the is like is like the starting place. It's like you got to know what this is, right? So let's make sure. So this is what a trade line is. You go to a company, you get you get an account, right? A credit account where you can buy something on credit, right? Now, when you buy something on credit from this company, right? You get the item, they give you an invoice and tell you when to pay it, right? Now, when it's time to pay it, this is what happens when you pay this bill. This company that just gave you the credit, they're going to send a report to the business credit reporting agencies. And on this report, it says XYZ company has an account with us. They made a purchase and they paid this purchase off in X amount of days, right? They send that report to the business credit reporting agency, and the business credit reporting agency puts that information on your credit profile for your business. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is one trade line. Does anybody have any questions on what a trade line is? Let's get that out the way right now. Any questions on what a trade line is? No questions. So let's move forward. Boom. Okay, bust it. Microsoft, check this page out. Microsoft, they got 131 trade lines. Boom. Walmart, they're like the king of Walmart is the king of business credit, right? Now I'm gonna show you. This is what Walmart does. Walmart will go to Bounty and say, "Yo, Bounty, let me get a truckload of toilet paper." Right? So the owner of Walmart, he don't go in his pocket and pay for this truckload of toilet paper, right? He don't go in his pocket. He don't even call the accounting department and tell them to pay this, right? So the truckload of toilet paper comes to the store. They put the toilet paper on the shelf. We go in there and buy it, right? Then they take our money and they pay that bill. And then Bounty says, "Hey, you did that good. Here's 5 truckloads of toilet paper." And Walmart does that over and over again, 513 times. This is how business is done at the big corporate level and at the small business level. Even at the corner store, when the bread comes, they're not paying for that bread. They're counting how many units came in, how many units went out. This is how business is done. Now, this is how we can help with our fundability system. We show you how to make your business credible in the eyes of the lender. Our high-tech software, powered by artificial intelligence, helps you build your business credit to access high-limit store credit, business loans, and credit lines. We work with all legitimate types of funding programs that are available today, offering funding through hundreds of investors and lenders through a multitude of different funding programs. And that's word. Okay, how do you build business credit? Well, let's get down to business. Y'all ready? Somebody say, "I'm ready." Put it in the chat. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, put it in the chat. Say, "I'm ready to get fundable, to get my business fundable. I'm ready." Okay, here we go. As a business owner, you may begin to hear the word fundability a lot. It may come from lenders, various media platforms, or your own current creditors. What is fundability? The ability of your business to get funding. When lenders consider funding your business, does it appear to them to be a good idea to make the loan? What do they look at to make that determination? What is fundability and how does a business become fundable? How does a business become fundable? When a lender considers lending to your business, do they feel that you are a high risk? That's what they're thinking to themselves, right? Do you appear to be a business that can and will pay the debt back? Lenders are in it for the money. So you don't have to be um, a credible business. You just have to appear to be a credible business. Okay? There's a difference, right? All right. Okay. Um, how does a business get fundability? To start, you have to make sure your business is set up properly. A great business credit score is important. In addition, there are many other aspects that are necessary for fundability as well. A potential creditor needs to see that your business is legitimate and profitable. Many loan applications are denied due to fraud concerns. Others simply because something didn't match up and threw up a red flag. Maybe the addresses or phone numbers didn't match on a couple of reports and it just looks unprofessional. If you understand what fundability is and how to get it, You can shut down any such red flags before they cause you problems. What is fundability? The foundation of fundability. The foundation of fundability is how your business is set up. Okay? And I'm gonna tell you, out of all the steps I'm gonna tell you today, this is the most important deal. How your business is set up. That's the most important deal. All right? Because without your business set up properly, none of that other stuff is gonna even matter. Okay? So you gotta have all this stuff. You gotta have your legal business name, your business address, your business phone. Um, you gotta have that EIN number, a DUNS, a DUNS number. You need to have a website and a business email, right? So let me go back over this list and tell you about some details in here, right? So like the business name, you know how to do the business name. You go to Secretary of State, right? Your business address. There's three options for selecting your business address. The first option is a brick and mortar. The second option is to have a virtual office address. And the third and the last resort is to use your home address. There are no other options. Okay? You can't use a P.O. box number. You can't use one of them UPS boxes. Okay? There's a reason for all that. Okay? Um, and I think in this presentation, I'm gonna show you the where to go. All right. You need a business phone number. All right. The business phone number. Your business phone needs to be a local number that is registered with the 411 National Directory. Okay. This is a requirement. That's like one of the first things they check. Lenders consider a credible business is one that has a business telephone number that is listed with the National 411 directory. And when you do that, it ties it to your address. Okay. You have to have your EIN number. You have to have your DUNS number. You get a DUNS number for free at Dun and Bradstreet. All right. And a website. Right. So we do the websites. Right. And we got the all-inclusive package that we got for businesses that want to do their website. And you have to have a business email and not, you can't use a free email service when you're dealing with these lenders. They don't want to see that. All right. That's the mistake that people make. They communicating with these lenders from Yahoo account. Nah, you don't want to do that. You want to communicate with these lenders from your business website, email address, like your name at yourbusinessname.com, right? This is simple stuff, but it's good to know, right? Okay. Now, contact information. The first step in setting up your foundation is ensure your business has its own business number, fax number, toll free. Okay, this is how it runs down, right? This business telephone number I told you about, the local number is listed with the 411 directory. That's necessary. Now, the fax number and the toll-free number is not as necessary. But when you on the application, when they ask you for your business telephone number, they're gonna want to see that business telephone number that's listed that I told you about. That's gonna give you a check, right? Boom. Now, if you have a fax number and a toll-free number, now you're looking like you're more of a credible business. All right. Not as necessary, but that local number listed with 411 directory is necessary. Then you got your business address, right? Okay. Now, for the phone, this is the go-to for the phone right here. This is the go-to for the phone. Any three of these companies will do you great. Freedom Voice, Ring Central, Vonage. My go-to is Freedom Voice because Freedom Voice is going to give you a local telephone number for $9.95 a month. Then they're going to list it with the National 411 directory for $3 a month. And they give you a fax number and an 800 number for under $20 a month. All right. Ring Central and Vonage, they're going to start you at $25 a month. All right. So I did the research for you. All right. You can go to businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors and you can see all that information right there. All right. you can see the Freedom Voice information on how to get your joint set up, right? Okay. All right. Um, oh, hold on. I just see that we got something in the chat. Oh, yeah, they ready. They ready. I use Google Voice for now. Does this work? Okay, Google Voice. That's a good question. Google Voice sometimes works. So I do not recommend using the Google Voice because when you list it with the 411 National Directory, sometimes the Google Voice works and sometimes it doesn't. Okay? Sometimes it don't work, so I don't even recommend it anymore, right? But if you already got that in effect and you try to list it, and you can list it with listyourself.net, right? And then how you would check it is once you got it listed, and it takes a few days to list, once you got it listed, you call up, what you do is call the area code plus 555-1212, and then you can find out whether or not your telephone is listed or not. Luis got a question. Noel, are we going to have a copy of this presentation? Um, you won't have a copy of the presentation, but I am going to put this on my YouTube channel. And you can access my YouTube channel by going to businesscreditbuilder.us, and then you will see all my social media links, and you would hit that YouTube button, and that'll take you to the YouTube channel. Okay? All right. And I'll have it up there tonight or something. I'll have it up there within a day. All right. Today's a busy day. So let's say it'll be up there within a day. This will be on my YouTube channel. Yes, sir. Okay. So now let's talk about this business address. On the screen is DaVinci Virtual Office Solutions. This is my go-to for business address if you want to get a virtual business address. Now, a lot of my clients use the virtual business address because they don't want to give their home address to all these businesses, right? So, I can understand that. You don't want to share your home joint with everybody, because your business is going to be like is public information. Anybody can get access to your business stuff, right? So a lot of my clients do get the virtual office addresses, and those are good for as low as $50 a month. What you would do is go to businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors, and you'll see exactly how to get the correct product. There's a telephone number to call, there's a person to ask for, and there's particular verbiage on getting the right product. Because this is what happens. This is what happens with this virtual office address industry. There's thousands of businesses out there that do virtual office addresses, right? But a lot of them will give the same address to hundreds of businesses. You don't want that. You want a unique address for your business. And what DaVinci does is they fill out a particular form and send it to the post office to get you a uniquely generated address for your business. That's what you want. Okay? Boom. Let me see. Miss Ellis got something. Okay, thanks. When you have time, please repeat the virtual phone companies. Oh, the virtual phone companies. Yeah, we go back to that real quick. The virtual phone companies. Here we go. The virtual phone companies is Freedom Voice, Ring Central, and Vonage. You can also go to businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors, and you get the information for the Freedom Voice. Here's a bonus on this Freedom Voice, right? It's a two-step process. First, you got to go by the number, right? That local number. Then you got to call back and add the $3 service to list it to your national 411 directory. Okay. A lot of people don't know that step right there. All right. That's what you need to know. I'm gonna tell you what you need to know. All right. Because there's little bumps and bruises along the way. Right. This is all simple stuff to do, but there are little nitpicky things along the way. Right. Okay. EIN number. I'm not going to talk much about the EIN number because most of y'all know what the EIN number is about. But I'm gonna tell you two things that you need to know about the EIN number. One, you cannot build business credit without an EIN number. And two, the EIN number is free. So don't come to me talking about you didn't pay for an EIN number, all right? Don't, oh man. All right. So boom, that's what you need to know about the EIN number. Now, you must incorporate, all right, which means going to the Secretary of State. This is the most important step in fundability thus far. Incorporating your business as an LLC, S corp, or corporation is necessary to fundability. It lends credence to your business as one that is legitimate. It also offers some protection from liability. And when you select your business name, at the Secretary of State, they will ask you to select an entity. In order to separate your personal from your business liability, you must select a limited liability corporation, all right, or an LLC or a corporation. If you select a proprietorship or a partnership, you will be personally liable for anything that happens, right? All right. And just to let y'all know, we had this webinar recently about the BOI, but then I found out some new up information that this judge out of Texas is claiming that it's unconstitutional. So right now, the Department of Treasury is not enforcing this rule that we just talked about recently, and I'm going to do a webinar about that real soon. All right, so y'all look out for that in my upcoming events. My upcoming events you can get from my website, businesscreditbuilder.us. If you go to resources, you'll see the events button, and look out for that. I'm gonna do that real soon. It's gonna be a real quick one, just to let you know the rundown about this judge out of Texas that's hating on the game. All right. So so you don't have to do that now. That BOI stuff, you don't have to do that now. All right. I'm gonna give you more information about that. Okay, boom. Luis, I have a real estate business as sole proprietor, which will be a better structure for my business, a corporation or LLC. I want to invest in real estate, multifamily properties in the United States, and export modular homes overseas. All right. All right. Miss Ellis is in there. She knows my company provide filing services. So need the village. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's the Miss Ellis is correct on that, right? Okay, so let me see. Lewis, the answer to that is best answered from your accountant, right? To tell you which structure is best for you, right? But you can use a corporation or an LLC. I will let you know that if you use an LLC, you are taxed double, and on a corporation you're taxed a different way, right? So like on an LLC, you have to, when you do your taxes, you add what they call Schedule C on your personal taxes. The Schedule C is like your business activity. So you have on your Schedule C your revenue, your expenses, your profit. You take your profit and put it on your 1040, and you get taxed with your income, right? Like your normal income on your 1040. But then there's another line that's called um business. Let me see, what do they call it? Damn, I think it's losing. You know how you lose something, loses you, it leaves you for a minute, but it's a you're doing business on your own, and there's a tax for that. All right, so you're getting taxed, and it's about the same tax as your normal income tax. So you're getting taxed double, right? So, but the real answer you should get. Oh, what happened? My mic is my mic back in effect? I think my mic should be back in effect. Let me double check. Check one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I should be back in there. I don't know what happened. I think my foot hit a wire or something. Okay, boom. Okay, so Business bank account. We're moving forward with we're moving forward with the program. Yeah, Luis. Yeah. Okay, now we're moving forward with the program. Business bank account. You need a separate, dedicated business bank account. This will help you keep track of business finances so you can keep them separate from personal finances for tax purposes. Most vendors and lenders require a business to have a business bank account in order to get approved. Okay. Because lenders think that if you're a legitimate business, you got a business bank account. Okay. Licenses. What is fundability? It is being a legitimate business. For a business to be legitimate, it has to have all the necessary licenses it needs to operate. Most common mistakes is having the appropriate license but listed with an old address. That's a red flag, right? If you got that old address, that's a red flag. Like basically, when you apply for something, you can expect a lender to go do some research on your business. And you do not want them to see anything different than the stuff that you put on that application, including the name of the business, the address, the telephone number. They don't want to see that being different. Any place that they go look, all right? And they will go look, right? So do the research you need to do to ensure you have all the licenses necessary to legitimately run your business at a federal, state, and local levels. Boom. Okay. What is fundability? It is having a website and a business email address. Lenders and creditors. Lenders and creditors will deny you if you don't have a website. Spend the time and money necessary to ensure your business has a professionally designed website that works well. Your business needs a dedicated email address to make sure it has the same URL as your website. So, like I said before, your name at yourbusinessname.com, and no free email addresses. All right. So don't use Big Booty Judy at Yahoo. All right. Don't do it. All right. Okay. So my company, we offer an all-inclusive small business web hosting program, which includes all of this stuff right here. This is the best deal you're gonna find. It includes domain registration, 12 months web hosting, website design, monthly updates, unlimited emails, expert customer service, and internet consultation. Just schedule a free business credit consultation by going to businesscreditbuilder.us/consult and get your website set up today. Okay. What is fundability? Business credit reports. Okay. Before we go into business credit reports, does anybody got any questions on the stuff that we talked about so far? And so far, we talked about setting up your business credible in the eyes of the lender. And it's a very important piece of fundability. Does anybody got any questions on any of those details? And remember what I said, like those little details, them simple details is the most important piece of this whole deal, right? You can't get that far if your business is not set up properly, if you're not knowing what the lender is looking at when they're looking at that application. Okay. I ain't gonna see no questions up in there. Okay. Boom, boom, bam. Let's go. Business credit reports. This is important right here. You need to understand the importance of your business credit reports and how to read them. It's the blueprint for tracking your trade lines. The most popular business reporting agencies are Dun& Bradstreet, Experian, Equifax. These are the three most important joints right here. Now, what you need to know is that each one of these companies, they're in the business of collecting information, repackaging this information, and selling it. So for you, for the purposes of what we're discussing, they sell the business credit reports, okay, for about $100 a month for each one of these companies, okay? Now, when you get into my fundability program, it's all included in the package, and it gives you your full business credit reports, and it intertwines with our artificial intelligence. So it's looking at your business credit reports, it's looking at the hundreds of lenders that we have with the underwriting guidelines and determining the exact steps for you to get funded. Okay. So, in addition to the business credit reporting agencies that directly calculate and issue credit reports, there are other business data agencies that affect those reports indirectly. LexisNexis and the Small Business Finance Exchange. These two agencies gather data from a variety of sources, including public records. This means they could even have access to information relating to automobile accidents, liens, and more. Okay? While you may not be able to access or change the data the agencies have on your business, you can ensure that any new information they receive is positive. Enough positive information can help counteract any negative information from the past. Okay? That's stuff that you need to know about. You can't do much about it, but you need to know it's out there. All right? Um, in addition to the EIN, there are identifying numbers that go along with your business credit reports. When considering what is fundability, you need to be aware that these numbers exist. Some of them are simply assigned by the agency, like the Experian bin, right? The Experian bin is generated for you, all right, upon your first transaction with Experian. When you have a vendor that reports to Experian, Experian will generate the Experian bin, the Experian business identification number. Dun& Bradstreet, on the other hand, which is the largest and the most commonly used business credit reporting agency, they have what they call a DUNS number, which you can apply for, and it's free. What you need to know is that once you do apply for it, it takes you about 3 weeks to get it. And in that time period, they will convince you that you need to buy something. But you don't have to buy nothing. This DUNS number is absolutely free of charge. Yeah. Okay. What is fundability? Business credit history. This is really supposed to say personal credit history. Okay. So, like we just had this webinar on personal credit. I'd like to also mention that when you have good personal credit, that your fundability increases dramatically. Okay. So I wouldn't be doing my business, I wouldn't be doing my work right if I didn't let you know that having good personal credit increases your fundability, your access to money. Okay. That's why I put this page in there. I'm not gonna go over all those details, but that's what you need to know. Okay. Okay. Align your business information correctly. This is the problem because a ton of loan applications are turned down each year due to fraud concerns or simply because things don't match up. So you need to have your exact business legal name, your business address, your business phone, your address listed at IRS for your 401, your EIN number, your insurance, your licenses, your website, bank account. All of this needs to have the same exact information. All right. This is what I call the smell test. And we're going to do a webinar soon. So look at my events for the smell test. The smell test. That's what they do before they even consider giving you access to the account or the funding that you're applying for. The key to this piece of business fundability is to monitor your reports frequently. When it comes to business credit reports, you can monitor them through um, the reporting agencies directly, or you can save money by using it with our fundability program, which links it all in with the AI. And the AI is looking at your business credit reports, and it's looking at the lenders and their qualifications, their underwriting guidelines, and it's automatically going to spit out exactly. Not think about, well, maybe this way to do it, maybe this. Our fundability system knows exactly how to get you to the money. Okay. So you don't have to spend time. You mean you can do it on your own. I ain't saying you can't do it on your own, but we help you save time. And time to me is money. Okay. Both your personal, okay. What is fundability? Financial statements. Both your personal and business tax returns need to be in order. Not only that, but you need to be paying on your taxes, both business and personal. This is how you get to the most fundability. Okay. Business financials. A fundable business maintains financials monthly, quarterly, or yearly. Having financial statements on demand lends credence to the legitimacy of your business. Point blank. All right. Personal tax returns. Often, tax returns for the previous 3 years will suffice. Get a tax professional to prepare them. This is the bare minimum you will need. Other information lenders may ask for include check stubs and bank statements, among other things. Okay. I'm gonna skip this page, but this page is letting you know about check systems and stuff like that. If you've ever been convicted of a crime, your bankruptcy, all that stuff comes up on that stuff. The LexisNexis, right, and all that stuff, right? That's where that stuff is coming. Whether or not your business has liens or UCC filings, okay? All of this can and will play into the fundability of your business. So, how fundable is your business? All right. To answer to the quick answer to what fundability is simple. However, when you dig a little deeper, there are so many layers that crisscross, it could take some time to unravel. It's more like a ball of yarn than an onion, really. Everything is connected, everything matters, and one kink in the wire can mess up a lot of stuff, right? That's why our fundability system is so good because our artificial intelligence makes it all simple. All right. All right. Now, take a look at this chart right here. Take a look at this chart, right? This chart has everything that contributes to the fundability of your business. Look on the left-hand side. This is the credibility. Like the industry that you're in can also determine how fundable your business is. Your 411 business listing, the time in business, your EIN number, your website, your email, all of that stuff, right? You also got your application process, you got your financial statements, you got your business credit reports. All of this stuff affects how fundable your business is, okay? Now, now we're going to get down to some nitty gritty. Anybody got any questions at this point for anything we talked about? Because now we're going to get down to building some business credit for real, for real. Now, you see how long it took me to discuss all that fundability stuff and setting up your business and the business credit reports. That's how important it is. You need to know that. All right. That's the stuff you need to know for real from the jump. All right. Okay. Here we go into the next steps. Now we're gonna get down, get down. All right. See, now that you know how to set up your business credible in the eyes of the lender to your best ability, right? You can't do all that stuff because brand new businesses won't have financial statements and stuff like that, or a history of paying, might not even have cash flow going, right? But this is how we're gonna run it if we're doing it from scratch, right? First, you get your business set up correctly, credible in the eyes of the lender. Then you get your DUNS number, right? You get your free DUNS number, and your business is set up credible in the eyes of the lender. Now we're gonna go get these vendor accounts, net 30 accounts, which means we're gonna find these companies that's gonna give you credit when you have no credit, and they're gonna report to the business credit reporting agencies. And this is difficult, my friends. This is a difficult task because, one, not that many businesses are going to give you credit when you have no credit. We already know that, right? And on top of that, only 10% of businesses in the United States report payments to the business credit reporting agencies. So we have to find a company that's going to do both, all right? And so we're going to get these net 30 accounts. Y'all know about these net 30, right? Net 30 means they're going to give you a little credit. And when you buy something on credit, you got to pay it off in full in 30 days, right? I know y'all already know about that. Okay. So a business credit report can be started much the same as a consumer report commonly is, with small amounts of credit. The business can be approved for small credit amounts to help them build an initial credit profile. These types of initial accounts in the business world are commonly referred to as vendor credit or net 30 accounts. Okay? And some vendors will approve your company for net 30 payment terms upon verification of as little as an EIN number and the 411 listing. Remember, I told you how important that 411 listing is? That's not one of them steps that you skip over, okay? That 411 listing is incredibly important to this whole deal. So, here are some vendors who will approve you for initial credit, even if you have none now. I tell you, I'm going to give you the rundown, all right? Maverick, that's the first spot you go to. Go to this website, businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors, and you will see the Maverick logo. And you click on that link, and it'll send you to a place where you get your net 30 account right away, right? Boom, Maverick offers applies. Also, check out on that page the CEO Creative, right? That one may or may not be good for you, right? But there's also Granger, Barnett, and Uline. These are good starter vendors that will give you business credit accounts, give you them net 30 accounts just by checking that you got an EIN number and your telephone number is listed with the 411 National Directory. Okay. Let me see. Miss Kelly got a direct message in here. What'd she say? Oh, nothing. Okay, okay, okay. Boom. Okay. Okay, so make sure y'all got these. Maverick, the CEO Creative, Granger, Barnett, Uline. This is just a start, right? This is just a starting place for you to get these net 30 accounts. Okay. Some vendors will require an initial prepaid order before they can approve you for your business terms. Uline is one of those type of companies. Uline does that. You need to have a total of at least 5 net 30-day pay accounts reporting, right? That's why I got this car. You see the car? right? The car got the number 5 on it, right? Now the car got the smoke, right? Now, but look at his face. His face is like, yo, I got my 5 net 30s and now I'm ready to roll. All right. So that's what you need to do. You need to get these 5 net 30 accounts, preferably 3 that report to Dun and Bradstreet, 1 that report to Equifax, and 1 that reports to Experian. Okay. Why 3? Why 3 to Dun and Bradstreet? Well, Dun and Bradstreet is the most important one, first of all. And Dun and Bradstreet is not going to give you a paydex score until you have 3 reporting to them, right? First, you got to have that Dunn's number at Dun and Bradstreet, right? Then you got to get these 3 accounts reporting to Dun and Bradstreet, which means you get these 3 net 30s, you make a purchase, you make a payment. Then they're going to report to the business credit. They're going to report to Dun and Bradstreet. Now these vendors, they report to different ones, right? So they might report to Dun and Bradstreet, or they might not even report to Dun and Bradstreet. They might report to Experian. They might report to Equifax. You want to get 3 that report to Dun and Bradstreet. Make a purchase, pay. When you pay for that purchase that reports to Dun and Bradstreet, they're going to send a report to Dun and Bradstreet. When 3 of them hit Dun and Bradstreet, then they're going to issue you a paydex score. That's what the lenders look at, the paydex score. The paydex score goes from 0 to 100, right? Now, if these 3, the first 3 that you made payments to these vendors that report to Dun and Bradstreet. If the first 3 were paid on time, then your paydex score is going to be about a 76, right? But you need to have your paydex score at 80 or above, right? So you're almost there, right? So now you got to start, right? You got to start. You got these 3. They issued your paydex score. Now you're starting, right? Now you're rolling. Now you got the smoke on your car, right? You putting them in the dust now, okay? Now we're rolling, okay? Okay. Now the next step, you got your business set up credible. You got your DUNS number. You got your 5 accounts, your 5 net 30 accounts. Now we are after 5 trade lines are established using vendor accounts, obtaining revolving accounts is the next step. This is where you want to be. Revolving accounts are cards a business owner can use and not be required to pay the full balance owed each month. Okay? And boom, like I told you, I'm gonna let you know what's what, right? Here it is. Most major stores do offer business credit, including Home Depot, Lowe's, Office Depot, Staples, Best Buy, Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, Amazon, Dell, Apple, BP, Chevron, Racetrack, and many, many others. Now, you can't skip those net 30s and just go to these. These need you to have credit already. Remember, I said step-by-step process, no skipping steps. You can't skip them net 30s and go straight here. If you go straight here and don't have those net 30s, and we're only using our EIN now, these people are not going to approve you unless you got those up on deck. Okay? All right. Once 10 accounts are on the credit, an owner can then start applying for Visa, MasterCard, American Express. This is where you want to be. Have 10 accounts on your business credit profile, paying on time. Then you can start applying for Visa, MasterCard, American Express type of credit. Approval amounts will be equivalent to the highest credit limit account on the business report. So try to have 10 accounts with at least one having a high limit of 10,000. Okay? 10 accounts. Now, so when you get these revolving accounts, You pick one of these revolving accounts and you use it more often, right? You make about 3 on-time payments, then you call them and ask them to increase your limit, and they will increase your limit. And you keep doing that. You want your limit to be as high as you can get it. So you keep on asking them, can you increase my limit? Can you increase my limit? Now, they're not going to increase it unless they see that you're making some on-time payments, right? Okay. That's what you need to know. Okay. All right. It is essential to keep using the credit, keep applying for more, and talk with credit providers to raise credit limits. If you do this, business credit will keep growing until higher limit credit lines are obtained within 6 to 12 months, right? No skipping steps. 10 trade lines. Try to get a high limit of $10,000. Cash business credit accounts will match your highest limit credit reported on your business credit profile. You can get access to MasterCard, Visa, American Express. And once you do this, you get to 10, you got all this stuff going, you get access to loans and credit line. This is straight off your EIN. I ain't said nothing about putting your social on there. All right. So on those net 30 accounts, do not put your social. Do not put your social on those net 30 accounts. On the revolving accounts, they're going to ask for your social. But you have to know there's some fine print, right? There's some fine print that these revolving accounts is tricky, right? So they're definitely gonna ask you for your social, but the fine print is gonna say, okay, this is for identifying who you are, and they're not gonna pull your credit or nothing like that. But then they got accounts, but you gotta see the fine print that they will take your social and run a credit check. All right, so you got to read into the credit, into the small print, right? And the small print, this is the catch. The small print is in legal terms, so you might not even understand what they talking about. Okay, that's why you need consultants like us to help you guide you through these little bumps and stuff along the way. It's crucial out here. All right, okay. Before we get out of here, I'm going to give you 3 ways to get funding your bank won't tell you about. All right? And I'm going to go through these real fast off the top of the dome. The first one is called cash flow financing. Cash flow financing is the most popular type of alternative funding today. These are cash advances that look at bank account management. So if you have, this is cash flow, one of the 3 C's, right? So if you have $3,000 in deposits per month, you can get approved. Okay. This is one of my funding partners, David Allen Capital. They specialize in the cash flow financing. So if you have at least $3,000 in deposits each month, you get funding in like 10 minutes with them from your phone, right? So you're gonna go into their application. If you go to my website, businesscreditbill.us, click what does it say? Business loans, right? You'll find the David Allen Capital stuff, right? And then you'll get to an application, a simple application with like 3 or 4 questions, right? It's going to ask you how much you make. You answer these, right? Then it's going to take you, depending on how much you deposit in your account each month, they're going to send you to the appropriate lender. Okay. So if you make under 3,000 and you put that on the thing, it's going to send you an email that says, not qualified at this time if the lowest monthly income is less than 3,000, right? So, and the thing to know about these cash flow things, right, is that when you put this initial questions, when you ask these first few questions, and you put in over 3,000, then they're going to send you an email to have you connect your bank account. They're not even going to gonna see if you qualify yet until you connect that bank account. Okay, that's what you need to know about these cash flow financing things. But that's David Allen Capital. You can find that on the website, businesscreditbuilder.us. Go to business loans. Okay, collateral-based financing. Collateral-based financing can be obtained if you have some type of viable collateral to offset what you're borrowing. Even as a startup with bad credit, you can secure collateral financing if you have collateral. Here goes some collateral that you can consider, right? You got accounts receivable. That's also known as factoring, right? So factoring is like when you're able to batch and sell invoices, right? So let's say you're a trucking company. You got all these invoices from making these deliveries, but now you're waiting 30 days to get paid. Well, with this type of lending, accounts receivable, you can get paid in 24 hours and sell your invoices, right? That's the basic rundown on that, right? Purchase orders. Purchase orders is like when you got government contracts. If you got a government contract, right? You can't go to the bank with a government contract and get a loan, but there are alternative funding sources that will fund you, okay? If you have a um government contract, you need this piece of equipment to fulfill your contract, right? This is the rundown. There are alternative lenders that do this. Now, if you got stocks, bonds, 401ks, you can get a business loan based on the value of this stock. Keeping your investments in hand. It doesn't change, right? Like for instance, the 401ks. Whatever you can take out of your 401k, you can get a business loan based on that, and your 401k still making money, still does what it do, right? You can get a business loan on it. Revenue lending, that's similar to cash flow, but it's a little bit different, right? But it's the same concept, right? Revenue lending. Um, Inventory and equipment. So if you have $100,000 in inventory or equipment, you can get a business loan based on the value of these type of assets. If you have equity in your home, you can get a business loan. If you're an insurance agent, you can they have what they call the book of business, right? That's your list of clients. They give you a business loan based on your book of business, right? So that's collateral based financing. And the last one is what I call it's the unsecured credit, but I also call it the credit line hybrid program. This one is good if you have good personal credit, right? If you have good personal credit. We talked about cash flow, right? We talked about collateral, and now this is the credit. I went through all the three C's, right? So this one is called the credit line hybrid program. You can get unsecured credit-based financing is the great way to get money for your business if you have good personal credit or no guarantor that does. Okay, you can secure credit up to 5 times that of what is your highest revolving limit on your personal credit, right? You got to have a 680 or above. Then they're going to look at your highest revolving account, right? Let's say you got a Home Depot card on your personal. You got a $30,000 limit. Well, with this credit line hybrid program, you can get up to 5 credit cards with $30,000 on them, not to exceed $150,000. And you can get this done in 3 weeks if you have good personal credit. Okay. If you go to that businesscreditbuilder.us/get funding, you can find a video on all the requirements for the credit line hybrid program. Okay. Boom. And there's some more details about that. Rates are usually 0% for up to 6 months. This is no doc funding, so even startups can qualify. And these cards report to the business credit reporting agencies. Okay. Now, other alternative financing is there's private money that we have access to. Because I'm like a broker. We have hundreds of legitimate lenders, right? We got private money that lends, but you have to have good financials and stuff for them. You got venture capital and equity financing. That's like the Shark Tank guys. They give you money, but they take equity in your business, right? And you already know about crowdfunding, and you can even get specialized funding to buy equipment, signs, and vehicle wraps. Did you know that there are businesses that only fund equipment, which means vehicles, fleets of vehicles, equipment needed to manufacture, right? So they just give money for equipment. Then there's businesses that just do signs and vehicle wraps. Okay. So there's a lot of different ways to get your stuff financed for the things that you need for your business. Okay. Now, this is how you can easily get business credit and financing all in one place. It's the fundability system, right? The fundability system uses artificial intelligence and helps you through the process of building out your business credit and accessing the money that you need to build and grow your business. Okay. If you go to my website, you can see different testimonials from clients that have used our products. Right. Okay. The ultimate solution, the fundability system, powered by artificial intelligence, is the easiest and the fastest way to get money and credit to build and grow your business. It's a simple solution, right? We take the worries out of everything, right? With our fundability system. It's a streamlined process. All you got to do is follow the instructions. We show you exactly what to do, right? So there's a video on the website, on my website, businesscreditbuilder.us. If you click the fundability tab, you'll see the video, right? So with the fundability system, you get business credit for your business, not linked to your Social Security through the top selling business credit system. You get access to funding for your business to start, build, and grow. Our cutting edge technology helps you meet credibility requirements before you apply, because we all of our in our system we have the underwriting guidelines already. So if you do this on your own and you go to a vendor or a lender and you ask them, what do I need to qualify for this loan? What they're going to say is, fill out this application and I'm going to tell you what if you qualify, right? But our system, we tell you what they need to qualify for you to qualify from the beginning. You're not guessing at these companies to see whether or not they're going to approve you or not. We tell you what you need before you apply. So we're preparing you to get approved. We're not throwing darts at these companies to see whether or not they're going to approve us. Oh, well, I hope they do it. Nah. We know exactly what you need. So we prepare you before you fill out that application. So when we fill out the application through our system, we know you're going to get approved. This is this is proven. This is done. All right? All right. This is how we do it. Let's get it. All right? You can get access to discounted business credit reports. Actually, what happens is when you get into our fundability program, you will opt into where you can have your business credit reports synced in with our artificial intelligence. So it's looking at your business credit report and it's looking at where you're trying to get to, what loan you're trying to get to, and it's letting you know, okay, well, you're short. This is what you need to do. Or it'll say, you know what? You qualify for this guy right here. Let's run it. Okay. You see what I'm saying, right? You get the largest supply of startup vendors when you're in our system. Because we have a team that all they do is look for these startup vendors. That's all they do, is make sure these startup vendors are good, that they are a company that's going to give you credit when you have no credit, and they're going to report your payment to the business credit reporting agencies. And that's difficult to do. All right. All right, you get a massive selection of revolving store credit cards with underwriting guidelines. You get the hard to find cash credit sources, right? That you could get within 120 days. That's the credit cards, Visa, MasterCard, American Express. No personal credit check or guarantee is needed to start this program and get you going. Okay? But like I said before, having good personal credit helps, right? We give you access to the cash flow financing options, collateral based financing options, the credit line hybrid. We also give you that access. You get private money, alternative SBAs, venture capital. Our most popular product is the credit line hybrid program. So that's why I bought in Elgin, right? If you were down with the webinar that we have with Elgin Edwards with the personal credit trade lines, you get some of them trade lines that he offers, you in this credit line hybrid program automatic. You see? And I did this credit line hybrid program already, and it works. All right. Because if you do this on your own, this credit line hybrid program, it gets you up to 5 credit cards. If you do this on your own, you might get approved for that first one, but that second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, they're going to deny you because they're looking at what you already applied for. They're looking at your inquiries. So with this credit line hybrid program, it's doing all these at the same simultaneous time. Right? You follow me on that, right? All right. If y'all got some questions, just let me know. But that's the rundown. Okay, now, um, so when you get in with our system, the fundability program, this is the old system, what you're looking at, and I need to update this. But you get your own control panel, and when you get your control panel, it'll go in there and take you step by step through everything that you need to know, right? Um, and even with the vendors, right? When we tell you a vendor to go get, right? We're gonna give you the underwriting guideline. We give you everything you need to know. Like this one is for racetrack. Racetrack, they report to Dun and Bradstreet. That's information you need to know. When you get these vendors, well, who are they reporting to? So that when you pull your credit reports, you can look for your stuff, right? So you got to know who these vendors report to. This one, they let you know this is a revolving account. They give you the telephone number, the fax number, a description of what they sell, and then how to qualify. Well, for racetrack, you need an EIN number, a DUNS number, pay that score of 78 plus. You need to be in business for 3 years. You need to have a business entity, and you need to have your phone number listed with 411. So you know when to apply for racetrack and when not to apply for racetrack, right? That's how we do. We let you know before you apply, and then right in our system, there's a button to apply so you can apply for that account right then if you're ready. Okay, now check this out before we get out of here. This is Christine, one of my clients. She got all of these approval in 6 months, but not everybody can do this, right? She's able to do this because her husband is a truck driver. She's a stay-at-home mom, and she can do this all day. But a lot of us got to do stuff. So that's why I'm telling you, you could do this in 12 months, right? But she did this in 6 months. Sprint 2,000, Amazon 4,500, Tractor Supply 5,000, Exxon 5,000, Fuel Man Fleet 6, BJ 7, BP 8, Lowe's 10, Apple 12.5, Shell 15. Whew, look at this list. It's over $250,000. You see that? You can do this. Step-by-step process, no skipping steps, right? Each step is needed for the next step. I showed you that, right? So you can get your own business credit advisor. When you get our fundability program, you get your own business credit advisor. You get your own finance officer. Okay. So here's the summary before we get out of here. You get your own business, your fundability control panel. You get your business credit reports, your DUNS number, your largest supply of starter vendors, massive selection of revolving store credit, hard to find cash credit sources, access to cash flow, collateral-based, unsecured private money sources. And it'll typically take you, if you did this on your own, 18 to 24 months, but you can do it with us in 12 months if you do the steps. If you do the steps, right? Now, I got two different programs. We have the fundability system, which I've already been talking to you about, and we got the business credit building program. The business credit building program is a one-on-one consultation with me. You don't get into the system, but I have the information and I guide you step by step, one-on-one, right? And I only offer that. Actually, I'm gonna stop offering that because you really need to be in the fundability system, right? So this is how it runs down. All right. Get started today as part of this seminar, and you can get started with a huge discount, right? Now, the price is $29.95. Now, for one person today, you can get it for $16.95 today. All right. But I can only do that for one. So if you think you are interested, then what you would do is call me today at 404-500-9687, or you schedule your consult today and I will honor. But the first person to act will get this single payment offer of $16.95. Normally, this is a $29.95 value. Okay. Actually, the value is more. $29.95 is the suggested retail price. Okay. So if you want to get down, what you would do is call me 404-500-9687. You see the scan to pay information, right? Now, the one-on-one program. This is a one-on-one program for 1 year. I'm only going to do this for one person. I can only do this for one person, right? $750 single payment, right? For one year, you'll have me at your side, helping you, guiding you along the way, telling you what vendors to get, when to pull your credit reports, or everything you need to know to get to where you're going. So each program is custom to you and your needs, what you're trying to accomplish. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Don't use those QR codes on the left, but you can check out my social medias, right? Facebook, X, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and the podcast is on Spotify. It's called Business Credit is Real. Business Credit is Real is the Spotify joint. So, ladies and gentlemen, um, schedule your free business credit consultation by going to businesscreditbuilder.us/consult. And here goes all the contact info, what you need to know. Make sure you get your free guide on how to build business credit by going to businesscreditbuilder.us/free guide. I hope this information was good use for y'all. Does anybody got any questions, any comments? Tell me if I wasted your time or whatever. Tell me what you need, what you think, what you thinking. We good? Okay. Know that a copy of this is going on YouTube, right? You go to businesscreditbuilder.us, click that YouTube button for the social medias, right? And let's do it. This is how we do it. Crystal, appreciate you hanging out. No doubt. No doubt, Miss Crystal. Yeah, this is how we do it. Yeah, yeah. Cambria Heights, word? Get out of here. Cambria Heights? Oh man, that's right across the graveyard from where I was. I was in Laurelton. I was on 131st, and I went to 59. Word. I was in Laurelton, that's right around the corner. No doubt. Miss Ellis. Yeah. All right. Oh, so you can hear the New York in me. Yo, but my brother says I sound country. My brother says I sound country. But yo, all right, everybody. Thank y'all. I got a long day ahead of me. Y'all have a good day. This stuff is gonna be on YouTube. Um, check it. If you need the replay, check out the replay. I'm gonna email it out to y'all also. Y'all have a good day. Peace and love. We out of here. Yeah. Yeah, boy. All right. Who's from Brooklyn? Miss Ellis, you from Brooklyn? Oh, get out. Oh, New York is in here.
Yes.
Word, New York is in here. All right, no doubt. All right, so you know what the routine is. All right, that's how we do it. Thank you for joining us, and you was hanging out tough, Miss Ellis. You got a whole bunch of shit today.
Yes.
All right, so cool.
Okay.
I'm glad you was able to hang out and get that info. I hope it was
Thank you. Thank you for
useful.
the.
I hope you ain't waste your time with me.
Oh no, no, I'm always learning something new and
All
applying
right,
it. So thank you.
good deal. Thank you for coming.
You're
Have a
welcome.
good
Have a
day,
good one.
y'all. Peace.
Bye bye.